Hi guys, Sam from Manfa Makes and
Mafia Mike.
sorry, not prepared today.
Clearly.
You have to forgive me. It is still roasting hot, and I had work today, and it was like working in the fires of hell. And I came back in a right old state, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I have had a shower and everything since, and we've just eaten dinner, but my brain is completely fried. So apologies in advance for what may transpire in this video. So Mike and I have been busy crocheting bees over the past week because we did a crochet catch up last week, which I hope you all enjoyed, and we have got another one for you because more progress has been done and we've been ahead of the game. So let's get started. Now I have a little bit more to show. Oh, sorry, earthquake. I have a little more to show than Mike. So if I quickly do a few of mine, and then Mike will get his time to shine, all right? So when we recorded the last crochet catch up, the very next day, the beautiful Spring the Fibre enthusiast, sorry Spring, honestly, car crash telly today, guys. Launched her Turbulent Skies shawl crochet along. So we had already filmed the catch up, but then on the next day I did part 1. Part 2 is coming out again tomorrow. It's on Mondays and it's going for 4 Mondays, I believe. So if you haven't got on the bandwagon with the Turbulent Skies shawls, I highly recommend. It's a really easy to follow along tutorial. It's really clear. I've never done the virus stitch. This shawl pattern includes the virus stitch. I found it super easy with Spring's guidance. And here is, oh, this is ridiculous today. I'm so sorry. This is part 1. I believe it was the first 13 rows. Obviously I haven't blocked it yet because I've got the other parts to add on to it. I've just got into this lovely bright yellow here, and the yarn I chose to do this in is the ice yarns that I was recently gifted, and I still don't know who sent me the ice mystery happy mail, and it is the gelato, which is a fine weight number 2, 100 grams, 320 meters, 100% microfiber acrylic. So there we go. Hopefully all those beautiful yummy rainbow colours will soon transpire into Spring's own pattern and in the Turbulent Sky shawl. So that's the beginning of that one. Looking forward to part 2 tomorrow. And how cute is this? I'm keeping it in the little hand knitted pouch that Sabrina gave me. It fits right in there, look, see? How cute. So there's that one. Right, what am I going to show you next? Right, I'll get out the big guns. It's way too hot for blankets, but Sam's got 3 blankets on the go because, you know, Sam's not that smart.
Why not, eh?
Because it's too hot. Anyway, so this is the Whatchamacallit. This is the blanket I am making for my nan's birthday. She will be 80 in the beginning of September. Where's my row counter? See, can't even find my stitch marker. There he is. So last time you saw it, guys, I was here where this stitch marker is, and I have added another 3 rows. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, but you have a long way to go around on this one. So each row is, sorry Mike, is taking longer and longer, and it's now getting to where I can't fit it all on screen. So it is getting bigger, and I am on my 4th repeat, and I am hoping to do 5 or 6 repeats for my nan. It's not going to be a massive blanket because it's already quite heavy, and quite frankly, if I'm being completely honest with you, it's a wonderful pattern, really enjoy it, but I'm ready to get it done with now. I want to move on to other things. So that was my Whatchamacallit progress, which I'll put in the bag in a minute because it's refusing to go back in the bag. And then I also showed you last week that I am using the Premier Sweet Roll Fruits to make squares. I showed you my watermelon squares. So that was already done. Well, guys, since then, I have managed to get all my banana squares done. Look. And these are quite cool. And I got another 9 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One was still hiding in the bag. 9. So I'm managing to get 9 squares out of 2 rolls and a smidgy bit left. But that isn't enough to make another one. So that's all I had left out of these two skeins. So that's another 2 that's bit the dust out of our stash. And just to run over these quickly, it's the Premier Sweet Roll Fruits. It is the banana colourway. They are 174 yards or 160 metres, 3.5 ounces or 100 grams, and it is a medium 4. Recommending a 5.5mm crochet hook, and I'm actually using a 4mm crochet hook. And literally all I did, because I don't think I explained it to you last time, is I chained 25. And then I just did single crochet, so I started in the second chain from the hook, so I ended up with 24 single crochets wide, and then I just kept doing single crochet rows backwards and forwards, chaining up to get to the next row, until the square was 6 inches. So I don't actually know how many rows, but it's a 6-inch square and 24 stitches across. So I managed to get my 9 bananas to go with my 9 watermelons, which means these can go in my label stash as well. And on top of the 9 bananas, I am seriously trying to get through some of this yarn. I have started on the pink grapefruit. This one. The pink grapefruit, all the same stats. That's how it looks knitted, but obviously I don't knit, so that's why I'm doing the single crochets. And I have managed to get 3 of those done already, and that is what that one looks worked up. And I got 3. So I have lots and lots of fruit squares. I am going to continue on with those.
And all the while she smashed all of that out while I've done one and started another one.
But that's okay. So yeah, I've put 3 rows on the Whatchamacallit. I've started the Turbulent Skies. I'm carrying on with my fruit squares. And now this one we've both been doing. So Mike, would you like to show yours first?
Why
This
not?
is, of course,
Man's
Luck of the
Next
Draw 6.
Done
That is
by
being hosted by
Mama Swift. The lovely Mama Swift.
Yeah. And we managed to get week 2
This
completed.
is week 2.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Let's turn it around.
there we go.
So, week 2.
So that was week 1 that you saw last time, and Mike has added this Kelly green, and it is a lot brighter in person than what the camera is showing.
Oh yeah.
And then he put on the next bit of the main colour ready for week 3, which we have to wait until Thursday until we get that one.
Yep, but that is mine.
So if any of you haven't joined in with Luck of the Draw 6, there is still plenty of time for you to jump on board. The videos are on Mama Swift's channel for you to find out what number was drawn on
Check
week
her
1 and week 2, because we're not allowed to tell you. And they should be able to catch up, shouldn't they? Just 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Takes
was
me a
Mike.
if you count in time, because I work, it takes me a couple of evenings, but only really get 3 hours tops each evening.
But even just doing the second week, you were much quicker than the first week. So as the weeks go on, I reckon it will get easier and easier and quicker. So, oh, and also, what are we doing different on ours to what everyone else is doing on the traditional pattern?
Well, the traditional pattern is window rows all the way up from the first 2, and then the last 2, obviously, they're your
3.
border.
You got 3 rows of double.
Then it's
window row, window row, window row, but we're not doing that.
But we're not doing that. We're only doing one window row in the middle of the colour.
Yeah, the colour of the week is our window row. The main colour is always going to be all double crochet. So I had the bright neon orange for week 1, and now I've got this lovely magenta purple for week 2. I was scared I was giving you the numbers then, but I'm not. With black as my main colour in between. Again, the camera is not doing this any justice. We might have to take some pictures, Mike, of these so that people can actually see the full impact, because back here, that is looking a bit more like it. It is proper highlighter in your face orange. Orange.
Certainly is.
So I had a couple of comments saying that this looks very Halloween-y. It does at the minute. But will it continue to look Halloween-y, or will some of my other colours get picked and put into play? You'll have to keep coming back
and having a look.
But we have had lots of lovely comments of support from you guys. Everyone is cheerleading us on now that this is another joint project that we're doing.
Yeah.
And actually, when Mike comes home on a Thursday, if he hasn't managed to watch Trisha's video on his lunch break, he comes in going, "What colour is it?" And I'm like, "Watch the video and find out." He's like, "No, tell me while I'm watching the video." So, Mama Swift, Mike is very, very keen on the Luck of the Draw 6. So I hope that tickles you and makes you giggle.
Right, I am starting my shawl. I have been given a name by someone, and it is, the person that does it is Olga Poltova. Check her out. She's got a channel. There's a tutorial on there.
She only put the tutorial up yesterday.
But it has been on a community tab before that. She's called it Lacy Summer Scarf Wildflower.
But if you make it wide enough, it can be a wrap.
But yeah, it'll be a wrap.
And Mike is not using the horizon for that one because he didn't have enough yards.
I am using my butterfly.
So he is going to be using his butterfly from Hobie, and the colours are just phenomenal. But he wants to get a little bit more work done on it before he shows you, because he's literally only just done the first row. So
it's 273
stitches,
chains, and then 273 double crochets so far. I then have to do a window row again, like the next knots, and then another row of double crochets, and then the flowers. But we can't give too much about the patterns. So if you want to find out how you do the flowers, check out Olga,
and you want to see what it looks like, I will pop her link down in my description box to the tutorial for you guys to check out, and then you'll have a rough idea of the wrap that Mike is making. And I really want to make it too. It was me that saw it. She popped up on my YouTube notifications, and I watched it, and I was like, "Oh, that is gorgeous. I want to make a hug out of that." And I'm like, "Babe, there's a new tutorial. I don't think you're familiar with this lady. Watch it. I reckon you could do it." And he watched it and he went, "Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm going to give it a go." So I've shown you the 4 continuous things that I'm working on, which is Luck of the Draw, Fruit Squares, Whatchamacallit, and Turbulent Skies. I have got something else on my hooks, but I cannot show you. It is a secret, because there is a very dear friend of mine here on the YouTube streets that has a birthday in the next month coming, and I want it to be a little bit of a surprise. So once she has received it, I am sure she will do a video showing, and I might pre-record a video before even putting it in the post, so that when I know she's got it and she's doing a video, I can whack it on my channel too, and you can get a look at the project I am making for her as well. So I need to crack on with the birthday gift, crack on with the Whatchamacallit, because that's a birthday gift. Keep up to date with Turbulent Skies. Keep up to date with Luck of the Draw. Do my fruit squares in between. And
keep up to date with Tyler the Week Thursday.
We've got Tyler the Week Thursday as well. That video will be coming out tomorrow when you're watching this, I believe. And on top of all of that, I have a list like this long, maybe actually the size of the equator. who am I trying to kid? Of things that I want to do, and I really want to do the shawl that he started, and I'm like, I want to do it, but I've got so many things on my hook as it is at the minute. So
the thing is, though, you can finish your things and then finish that before I do. So
not necessarily. The thing that's on my hook now that I can't show you is pretty quick, so I'm hoping to get that done. And we are filming this actually on Sunday the 14th of August, but we have already done tile 4. So that has given me a couple of extra evenings free to work on other things. So there may be that shawl that we're talking about next time, but I don't want to make any promises because, like I said, I have got ongoing bits and bobs going on.
I'll still be making a shawl out of this one. Don't know what shawl yet.
Thank you so much for the suggestions, though, guys.
I may even pick another suggestion that you've given me, but I do like the one
we
that
did
I'm
check
doing.
them out, and we're just not sure that we've got enough with only having the one horizon. Some of the suggestions given, they needed like over 1,000 yards. There's only 601 yards in that horizon, so Mike didn't want to risk starting something and then running out.
No,
because
and I don't want to buy...
No, we're on a yarn diet. We're not buying yarn
I
at the
will
minute.
buy another one of these to do the shawl, but when we've eaten a bit more.
We need to eat up some of the rest of it. So the horizon shawl might be put on the back burner, which is why we found this other one using another yarn. So because Mike's up to date with his luck of the draw and he's up to date with Tile of the Week Thursday, so he wanted another project to do in between working on those. And eventually it will be a hug for another YouTube yarny friend of ours. And that's all I'm going to say about that as well. But lucky you. Yeah,
and that,
so
that is Jaxie's initiative.
It is Jaxie's campaign, Creations by Jax. She has asked everyone to join in with the campaign of Hugs Are Free in remembrance of Sharon from Sharon's Crochet Corner, who we sadly lost back in April. That was something that Sharon always said in her videos. Jaxie has always had this campaign of sending a hug, because a hug is for free, because if it's a shawl or a wrap, you're wrapping yourself up in that person's love that they've put into making that item. So she set up a campaign for us to send out hugs to those that we want to know we love them.
And now that I'm a bit better at crochet, because obviously in the beginning I was a little bit iff, but now I'm better, I'm confident enough to send a hug out.
Yeah, so whoever the lucky person is that receives the first hug, you are super special, because to get Mike to believe in his abilities has been a little bit hard going, because there has been a few teething problems along the way.
My patience isn't amazing.
No, and you know how it was for yourselves, guys, when you first started doing something. It's just so, it's not something that you would do in daily life. It is a specific skill set, and it is a lot to wrap your head around, to be fair. And Mike knows the stitches and what he's got to do, but when it doesn't actually transpire how he wants it, or it doesn't look as neat as he wants it, or something of that nature, he gets a little bit disheartened and a little bit frustrated. And sometimes that can be him going, I'm no good at this, I'm giving up.
No, not quite like that. I mean,
or it's too hard, I'm not doing it, and he'll slam it down on the sofa and walk away. And actually, Tile of the Week Thursday has been Mike's biggest nemesis so far. But you'll find out about that tomorrow. We're not going into that right now. That's tomorrow's video. But I want to say, not just as your partner and your girlfriend, or even your crochet teacher, just as a fellow human to human, you are doing so well, and I'm just so pleased that we can share this. Because for a long, long time, guys, I was the only one that did this. And nobody in my family, not even Mike really, had any interest in it at all. And now that we're sat and we're doing it together, and I'm able to help him, or like I ask his opinion, this colour, that colour, whatever, it feels like a joint interest. And I think that is really awesome. And a lot of you comment to us all the time, I wish I could get my partner involved. I wish it was a shared interest for me. You're so lucky, you're so lucky. And yes, I am lucky. But I don't force him to do it either. If he's not up for it, he's not up for it. I'm not there like cracking a whip saying, you've got to. I'm like, put it down, walk away, come back to it tomorrow. Leave it for tonight.
Do you know what? My crochet journey, which was started by Sam, to be fair, but it started off as just me being like, yeah, I could do it, and having a little play.
Can't be
basically,
that hard.
Basically, just having a play, and look at me now.
Yeah. Yeah, and you've come a long way in a relatively short period of time.
Yeah, to be fair, it was just mainly to support you.
Yeah,
But
and Mike will be super honest as well. Mike has this part of his personality where he's like, yeah, I can do that. It's not hard. Give me a hook, give me some yarn. I'll crack it out, no problem.
But I have.
You have now. You have now. But I think you'll agree it isn't as easy as it appears.
No.
But Mike did turn around and say, well, you make it look easy. How do you make it look so easy? And I'm like, because I've been doing it for 8 years. I wasn't like that at the beginning. You didn't see me at the beginning. We weren't even together when I first learned to crochet. But honestly, if any of you had seen me at the beginning, you'd be like, what are you doing? So the fact that you tell me I'm a great teacher for Mike is laughable to me, because honestly, well...
But I've picked it up.
Yeah, so you have.
I'm doing a shawl now.
The message to all of you guys that might be new here as well is, if Mike can do it, and if Mike can persevere, and if Mike can find some joy out of it, please do keep trying. Keep trying, and hopefully
I do find joy out of it, but I also
get extreme frustration.
Yeah.
Mike has already admitted that he prefers the more mindless of crochet at the moment. The stuff that doesn't really have to think about. He just enjoys the act of doing it. So like Luck of the Draw, because we did the original pattern but with more of the double crochet solid panels, Mike gets joy out of doing that one because it's a stitch that he doesn't have to think of, and it's just all the way along. It's not, you know, do 3, skip 5, chain this, up here, over there, in there, this stitch, that stitch, you know.
I don't mind doing that. Like I did with Coco's wrap.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do with this new one. I don't mind doing it. But
the most enjoyable
I do like just having my YouTube on, watching whoever I'm watching and cracking on.
Yeah. Yeah. Purely because it goes quicker.
It's relaxing that way.
It's relaxing, it goes quicker. You know, you're not thinking about anything else that's going on other than watching your men that you watch, your gamers or whoever they are. Totally different community to ours, guys. I'm firmly in this community, and all I watch is you guys. I don't watch normal telly anymore. We haven't watched a movie in months. We haven't watched live telly in months. It is just you guys. I am watching you guys all the time that I've got to watch you, and I'm still behind on videos. I'm so sorry. Not enough hours in the day.
And I watch some of you guys. I don't want to
pinpoint anyone in particular.
No, and I don't want to keep going and have loads because it's just too much. Yeah. And I like watching my gamers.
Yeah, I think you're a dip in and outer, aren't you? You like, you know, the moment in this and doing your crochet, but you also like your other interests as well. Yeah. Whereas for me, guys, outside of the kids, Mike, the house and work, my life is all about crochet. I am completely obsessed.
Whereas I like to go and do other things.
Yeah, Mike is a little bit more varied in his pastimes and how he does his quality time. And that is absolutely fine. But for me, I live, breathe, sleep crochet. If I could literally wake up, grab my hook and be hooking all day, and that was that, I would be a very, very happy lady. But that's not going to happen for Manfa until she's retired. And even then, this one will probably drag me somewhere he wants to go. And I'm like, I just want to crochet.
No, I'll just leave you here and go myself. I like going to play golf. I like getting outside. I don't like being cooped up in the house for too long.
I don't do well outside, especially in weather like this. So I hide with my crochet when I'm not working, which is what I plan to do tomorrow, because it's Monday tomorrow when we're filming. When you're seeing it, it's Thursday. And I have a day off, so I'm going to hide in the house all day and crochet.
Oh, I'm back at work.
And there's no kids and no Mike either, so nice day for Manfa tomorrow. Anyway, we have kept you for far too long. It's 25 minutes in again already. I'm so sorry. And for those of you that keep saying my videos are too long, I apologise. I can't help it. This is me. I blabber, I waffle, But you know, this is the only way that we get to communicate with you. And if we go off on a tangent, that is just how it goes.
Suck it
And
up.
yeah, and if this is not the kind of content you like, then maybe maybe check out others. There are thousands of us, thousands and thousands and thousands, and they are all wonderful, wonderful channels, and they all offer something different.
You should check them out.
You know, and you should check them out anyway. But you know, there is always the stop button, and you can go to another channel. You don't have to sit through it if you don't want to. That's just a little, you know. So yes. Anyway, for those of you who do stick it out and come every time, though, big levels. It's awesome. So, Mike,
Stay safe.
be kind.
Look after one another.
Get some good quality time with your loved ones.
Get some good quality crafting time in.
We will definitely see you in the next one because it's Tile of the Week Thursday.
Or around the YouTube street.
Love you guys.